Hello, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes and see. I want to give everyone a chance to get on. It's only 8:58, so I'm just gonna wait another 2 or 3 minutes before we start. I'm sitting outside, so it might be a little loud. I hope it's not too loud. That's why I have my headphones in. So hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. All right, I see some of you are hopping on, maybe not live, but you are watching it with the YouTube link that I sent. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I see there's some of you watching through YouTube and not live, but that's totally okay. So I'm just going to get started. So it is Wednesday, July 1st, 9 p.m. I am going to plan to post these video calls every Wednesday at this time. If we have to change the date or the time, it'll be totally fine if we need to, but I am going to record them. Like this right now is being recorded and it's just streaming live to YouTube. So if you can't watch the whole thing, or if you need to rewatch it, you can, or if you can't hop on live, totally fine. So getting started, I'm just going to jump right in. I have a couple of things that I want to go over with you guys tonight. And the first thing, sorry, I'm just getting to my notes. Okay, I wanted to remind you guys of the weekly National Wake Up Call that is every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Write this down if you have notes, if you have a piece of paper to write down. If not, I can send you the phone number just in case if you don't have it. But the phone is 832-225-5055. The PIN code is 90405. This is an excellent call to be watching every single week. If you can't watch it every single week, listen to it. If you can't listen in live every single week, you can listen to the recordings, or you can download if you have an iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, I'm not sure how to do it, but if you have an iPhone, there is the podcast app. It's actually already downloaded on your phone, so you don't even have to download it. And what you do is search Team Beachbody in the podcast search field, and it will bring up all of the national wake-up calls that have ever ran for years and years and years. You can listen to them driving in your car, getting ready, whenever you need to, but it's really convenient. I can't really dial in live on the Monday call at 11 because I'm usually at work, so I always listen to it on my way home, and I use the podcast app. So another call that I want to suggest that you listen to every week is Janelle Summers. She hosts training calls once a week on Wednesdays at 12 o'clock noon, and the phone number for that is 712-832-8320, and the PIN number for that is 317835. That is an excellent call to get on. I mean, so good. She talks about the most amazing things and has such great training. So try to hop on that every week if you can, and if not, again, she has the recordings for that as well, so you can always listen to it later, but it's always nice to listen to it live. It's really nice to hear from other coaches, and it just kind of starts your week off right. So a couple other little reminders that I want to talk about. As some of you know, for June, the promotion was the 21-Day Fix and 21-Day Fix Extreme for 140, the challenge pack for 140, and they decided to extend that for the month of July, which is awesome. 21-Day Fix, as most of you know, you probably all are using it, or have used it. It's the most popular and in high demand program that Beachbody has, so this is a very simple program to give to people that, no matter what their goal is or what level of fitness they're at, this is just the perfect program. So the fact that they're running this special through July is awesome. So that'll be available through July for 140. And also coming out this month is the 20 Fix, the Fix 8 cookbook. It has 101 recipes. I'm sure you've seen me post about it or seen other people on Facebook or social media talking about it. It has all 21-Day Fix approved recipes, which is awesome because, the book is easy to understand, but it's hard to sometimes come up with really good recipes where you're not feeling super restricted and stuff. So this is going to be great for coaches. I think it's about $15, and for customers, I think it's about $20. So you can tie that into any, advertising or promoting that you're doing for this challenge pack sale for the 140. You can also tie in that cookbook. I will be doing a free giveaway For any customers that join me and get the challenge pack, I'm going to just do a little drawing and give one away. So it'll cost me about 15 bucks, but it's nice to do little freebies like that. People really appreciate those things, and it gets them really excited to start the program. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into 2 topics that I want to talk to you guys about. And the way I want to run these calls is I'm going to start off just like I did tonight and just give you a few updates. Every week will be a little different. I'm not always going to, remind you of the promotions and stuff. I'll just give you a little snippet of something that I want to make sure that you're aware of in the beginning. And then I'll just go into like 1 or 2 little training topics or things that I feel like you need to know or need to be doing, or just anything that I think you should be learning and utilizing. 2 things that I want to talk about tonight, and I hope that you have paper and a pen handy. I'm sure you do, or you're typing on your computer. I'm sure you do, but I just want to make sure that you have something to write this stuff down with. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is called, I just call it my July calendar. Sounds silly, but I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And then the other thing we're going to talk about tonight is power of 3s. Some of you might know what this is. Some of you probably think I'm talking gibberish. So just bear with me. We're going to start off with the calendar. And I'm going to go ahead and screen share my computer and show you, and then I'm just going to talk on top of my screen share. Oops. Oh yeah, let me stay here. Screen share. Let me make sure it went through. Okay. I don't know what I just clicked. Sorry. Let me unclick that. Okay. Alright, let me make this. Pretty sure that's the biggest I can make it, unfortunately. But if you can't see this for some reason, or if you can't read it, I'm gonna walk through it real quick. I don't want to take up too much of your time tonight. But I am going to. Hopefully you all have Google Drive or a Gmail account. So I'm going to share this link with you right through Gmail. I'm sorry, right through Google. And it will literally bring it up onto your screen exactly how you're looking at it right now. And you can edit it, print it out, whatever you want to do. So if you can't read it on my screen, it's fine. Don't worry about don't worry about writing all this down right now. Just take notes as I talk about these things. And when we're finished, I will screen share it with you. Or I'm sorry, I will send you the link. All right, so this is how I have been setting up my month. I did this for June, and I think I actually started doing this in May. But this is how I've been setting up my month, and this is how I want each of you to be setting up your month. And it's a very strategic way to do this. It's not just putting, I didn't just throw these things on here and just hope that it works. This is a formula that top Beachbody coaches are implementing, and it's working for them. And it worked for me for June very, very, very well. I think I had one of my best months in June. So I highly recommend that you follow this. Try not to tweak it too much because it's like this way for a reason. And okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start it. So every month you need to be running this green line right here, okay? This is a free clean eating challenge group. You need to be running some type of 5 to 7 day free challenge group. Don't make it longer than 7 days, and I really would probably only make it 5 days. So you want to be offering something free to your followers. And I usually like to do this free group only open to people that I have never worked with before. So I don't really open it up to any past challengers or people that have been in my challenge group. I like to utilize this for new people to meet, and I like to use it as a way for them to see what kind of group, what kind of challenge groups that I run. So here on the 1st, July 1st, which is today, you're promoting all 4 of these days. You're promoting your free cleaning challenge group. And if you do have a Facebook like page, I recommend using the first 3 days between your Instagram and your Facebook like page, and then on the 4th day and only on the last day do you open it up to your friends on Facebook. The reason being is because you're trying to meet new people. I mean, opening up to your friends on Facebook is totally fine. But for me, a lot of my friends on Facebook have joined me in the past, so I'm trying to reach new people. So that's why I'm promoting it heavily the first 3 days to my Instagram and my like page, and then I'll only open it up to my friends on Facebook on the 4th day. The 5th day here, you're just going to be getting your group prepped. They are going to be checking into the group and just doing grocery shopping, meal prep, that type of thing. And then we start day 1. The first Monday of the month is day 1. So here's day 1 through 5. Okay? So I have on here also every Wednesday night team call, 9 p.m. I plan on doing it like that. This could change, if we need to change it. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay. So also, on the first day of your free clean eating challenge group, you're going to promote your Beachbody challenge group, which is a paid group. They have to be buying something, whether it's Challenge Pack or Shakeology. So you're going to be promoting that all the way through until the 17th. So from Monday to the next Friday, that's when you'll be promoting, and that Friday is when their orders will be due. Saturday, you'll add them to their group, and then Monday is day 1. All right, so you're probably wondering, okay, well, if their orders are due Friday, how are they starting on Monday? Monday is going to be used as, or the first week, so, the 20th through the 27th is going to be used as just a prep week. So they're going to be grocery shopping. You're going to be explaining to them what they're going to be doing each day. You're going to be getting them ready to, teaching them about water consumption and having them write out their goals and take their measurements and take their before photos and just getting them as ready as possible. So I like to send that out for a week and get them hyped up and just ready to start, and they'll really start day 1 on the following Monday. So that's that. That is your paid group. So let's see. We got our thing there. So I just added on here the National Wake Up Call at 11 a.m. and I also, oh yeah, I already said that I have our team call on here. Every Thursday night, except for tomorrow night, I'm not doing it because I am on vacation right now in Florida. Every Thursday night, I will be hosting a What is Coaching webinar live, just like I am doing this call right now, so you can see me. And so I will be hosting these live What is Coaching webinars every Thursday night. I think I do it at 9 p.m. And I have this on here because I want you guys to invite people to check out coaching and get a little glimpse into it. It's only 30 minutes long, but I wanted to put it on here so that if you've been talking to someone about coaching and you want to send them to one of the webinars, a live one, that I'm hosting them every Thursday night. And you are more than welcome to add people to it, or you can listen live if you maybe want to learn how I run it and then do your own, whatever. But it's on there and you're invited to come. So another thing, I'm not going to talk about the Push to Emerald. That's kind of just my thing. I just have that on there for me. So we're going to go down to the 15th. And this is... this starts Promote SP, which is Sneak Peek. So I have down here in my notes what each little thing means in case you forget. Promote the Sneak Peek. So on the 3rd Monday of each month, we host a sneak peek into coaching. And I know you've probably seen me talk about them before, but we host a sneak peek. Sorry, hold on one second. So we host a sneak peek on the 3rd Monday. You are more than welcome to invite whoever you want to this group. You do not have to host the sneak peek. Myself, Jess Lambert, or Aaron Darnell will be hosting these. So you just add people to it, and that's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. We post the posts each day, so just invite people to it, but know that this is what this is. It's 5 days long. Some of you were probably in this sneak peek group when you first became a coach, so that's exactly what we'll be doing. And so what I like to do is start promoting that here on this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday before we start, and then Saturday I add all the people to it, and then we start on Monday. And hey, if you have someone that starts, or you don't add them until Sunday or even early Monday morning, that's fine. you know, I've had someone who I had to add in there on a Tuesday, and you just tell them, hey, make sure you just watch day 1 and day 2 today. It's totally fine. But I want you to know that you are more than welcome to join these groups. You don't have to be hosting these yourself. We will do that for you, and then, you know, eventually you can start to do them, host them yourself. But that's down the road, and you know, don't worry about that now. But I want you to be aware that you're more than welcome. So the only other thing is this new coach boot camp, day 1. So the theory behind this is you get all these coaches in this sneak peek group. Hey, you might only have 1 in there, it's fine. Or you may have 5 people in there. Whatever the case is, whatever you have is great. So you have them in here, they're interested, they're ready to sign up, and they join on the 25th. They're ready to sign up, and they're ready to go. So then what are you going to do? You're going to add them to this group on the 27th. And again, myself, Erin, or Jess Lambert will be hosting the new coach boot camp, and you just throw those people in there and we will train them for 14 days. And if you have anyone else who joins as a coach throughout the month, any of these days, you can add them in on the 27th as well. So right now we're only hosting 1 coach boot camp per month. We might be starting to do 2. I'm not sure yet, but right now we're only doing 1. So I really strongly encourage you to follow this calendar. I know some of you on this call have already heard this formula before, so I'm not taking credit for it that I created it. I found it through a top coach on YouTube, and I started using it, and I just love it. It's so easy. It takes the guesswork out of, you know, when should I be starting my challenge group, or when should I be talking about my clean eating group, and this and that. It just took out all the guesswork and just made it really easy to keep my month organized. And I just, you know, want to stress that you should be doing it too. If you have any questions about that calendar, like I said, I am going to share the link for it, so you'll have a copy of it. You don't have to worry about creating your own. But you can if you want to tweak it a little bit, however you want to change it, but that's that. I'll have that to share for you. All right, so it's 9:20. I'm only going to talk about one more thing. It's called the Power of Threes. Some of you might know what this means. Some of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So I'm going to talk about it like you do know what I'm talking about, or you do know what everything is, and then I'm not going to go into too much detail on this call about everything because some of you, you know, those of you who know what I'm talking about, I just don't want to waste your time with it. Anyway, let's just get started. And if you have any questions about anything I talk about, just shoot me a message or comment on our group page, and I will be happy to answer your questions. So let me share my screen again and make sure you can see it. Okay, I think you guys are on there. Let's see. Power of Threes. Make sure. Power of Threes. Okay. So, I created this just recently. Again, it's another Google Drive link document that I will send you, so you do not need to recreate this. So, each day, these are the things you need to be doing each day, and some of you might already know this, but if you do, I'm just going to refresh it for you, and if you don't, I'm going to explain it the best I can. So, projects. This is just going to be things like prepare for team call, or, you know, I don't know, anything, you know, design challenge group ad for Facebook or something like that. Just, you know, little projects that you just want to make sure that you get done for that day. Okay, so now I'm not saying you need to have 3 projects each day, but I mean, this is just really helpful for me, especially like for tonight's call. I had that down for today to prepare for my call. Just little things that are going to take a little extra time to get ready for. So that's what projects are. Priorities. This is going to be something like listen to team call, or it's just anything really that you want to make sure that you are going to get done. Like add new coach to boot camp or something like that. Just any type of priority that you might have been pushing off lately or something, anything that you want to use that for. Friends. Okay, so you all know that we need to be adding 3 people to our social media pages, whether it's Instagram, our like page, our personal Facebook page, whatever the case may be. So this here is where I would write the people that I've been adding. Just Ashley Smith, I don't even know who that is, I just made that up. Jenna C, I don't even know who that is. But you just want to keep track of the people that you're adding, and it could be more than 3, but the bare minimum is 3. And so I just like to keep track of them, and mostly because, you know, in a couple days I will go through and take some of those friends that I added and I'll put them down here in my message field. So I'll message Lauren and just say, hey, how are you? You know, don't talk anything about Beachbody, but just be genuine and try to get to know them a little bit better. So that's why I like to keep track of the names here so that I can eventually transfer them right here. And it's just takes the guesswork out of, oh, who should I message tonight or who should I connect with? You just take some of those new friends and plop them right here. So that brings me back down to messaging new people and adding value. This is just messaging people, reconnecting with them, saying hi, nothing about Beachbody, nothing about your challenge group, just talking, you know, just being a friend and listening to them and getting to know them a little bit better. So you'll add the bare minimum of 3 people here. You can, of course, add more. The more the merrier, but you need to be at least adding 3. So go down to inviting. Inviting, this is to a challenge or sneak peek. You need to be inviting 3 per day, again, at the minimum. So, you know, I like to keep track of who I'm inviting so that, you know, in a couple days I can follow up with them. So maybe the people I invited here, if I still haven't heard from them or if our conversation kind of got a little lost and maybe they stopped talking to me after a little bit for some reason, I can just follow up with them and say, hey, you know, I really hope you're still thinking about joining our group, you know, whatever you want to say, but it's easy to just copy and paste a few people from your invites and just plop them into your follow-ups. So again, 3 people that you need to be following up with, whether it's talking about a challenge group or a sneak peek into coaching, you need to be at least following up with 3. Presenting the business. Now this one's a little tricky, and I only have 1 here because there are some days where I will present the business to people, and it'll be like 4 people in one day, and then there's some days where I hardly talk to anybody, and it's not on purpose. It's just I like to time the conversations based on where, you know, where our conversation is going. I don't like to just throw it all at them. And, you know, sometimes it takes a little, you know, a couple extra days. So I just like to have at least 1, at least try to get 1, or have 2 the next day, or 4 on one day, and you know, maybe that's good for a couple days. So you don't need to do 3 per day. That I think 1 is good, or maybe just doing 2 the next day, something like that. But again, I kind of like to time the conversations with that. I don't just throw it out to every single person. But presenting the biz to me is asking someone, have you ever considered coaching, or have you ever considered becoming a Beachbody coach and doing what I do? That to me is presenting the biz. It's almost like you're just planting a seed to them, and you're just kind of giving them a little snippet of the idea, if that makes sense. Like, you can present to them maybe that they join you in the sneak peek, or that they listen in on a live webinar, or they listen in on they watch a recorded webinar, something like that. But presenting the biz, again, is just saying simply, have you ever considered doing what I do and coaching? That to me is presenting the business, and you would put their name there. Post. These are your social media posts. You need to be posting at least 3 times per day. Now, the rule of thumb is 80% personal, family, lifestyle, 20% fitness. We don't want you to post 3 times a day and be like, 21-day fix post, Shakeology, coaching. That's overkill. You don't want that. That's the type of person that people are going to unfollow or unfriend. It's just too much, you know? Think about it. I know you've seen some people on Facebook who just, I'm not going to say any company names, but they just post too much, and it almost just looks, it's overkill, you know? You start to feel like they're just selling you, and that is just what we want to steer away from. We don't want to sell people, you know? That's not what we do and who we are. We help people, you know, get better, and you know that. We're here to help people better themselves, and selling them a product that, you know, without helping them finish is not what we do. So anyway, so social media. So I mean, one day you might want to do like a motivational quote, and then maybe at night talk about coaching, something about coaching, and then in the morning do like a healthy breakfast post. Something like that. I mean, you know, you're still being very positive and sharing recipes and being a coach, but you're not being like an overkill. And I know a lot of you know this already, or some of you might not know this already, but anyway, at least 3 posts per day. And sometimes, you know, I will literally post the same things on Instagram, on my leg page, and on my personal page. And then some things I don't want to put on my personal page, and I'll just do them on Instagram and my leg page. So, you know, it's up to you, but that's what the posts are. Check-ins. This doesn't really have anything to do with the number 3 per se, but this is just still playing into the role of what you need to be doing every day. So you need to be checking into your challenge group, whether you are hosting a challenge group or whether you are just in one yourself you need to be checking in daily. Training group, like if you are in a training group, or I mean you have a coach in a training group, like the new coach boot camp, even though you're not running the group and maybe I'm running it for everyone, you still want to check in and you still want to show some support for any other people that are in there. The back office is just your coach online office. You want to check that every day, and that's just a no-brainer. You know, you want to make sure you know what's going on, you know the promotions and things like that. Team pages, that would be like the Team Knockout page, the Lauren's PS Coaches page, things like that. Check in every day. Make sure you're not missing out on anything. Shakeology, I would just put something like breakfast. That's when I had it. You need to keep track, and you need to make sure that you're drinking it every single day. There are some days where I forget to drink it, and I just like to know when I drank it, so I like to keep track and mark that off. PD, this is going to be your personal development. This is going to be things like listened to National Wake Up Call, or read 10 pages of, let's see, what's a really good book that I've been reading? Oh, right now I'm reading 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Such a good book. If you need a new one to read it. So that would be your personal development. You need to be reading 10 pages or listening to 10 minutes of audio per day. Ew, there was just a bug that flew on my screen, and I killed it. Sorry, guys. I'm sitting outside. This is so gross. Okay, so that's your PD. You need to be doing that every day, and don't let it take up too much of your time. That's why we say 10 minutes or 10 pages. We don't want you to sit down and read an entire book. I mean, of course, if you have the time, great, but you know, we don't want you to feel like you need to be giving that much extra time into it. Unless, of course, you have it, but I don't. I don't have all day to read an entire book. I wish I did, because I would do that. Workout. What workout are you doing? Just plug that in. And the National Wake Up Call / team video / team call. This is just basically making sure that on top of your personal development, that maybe you are getting on the National Wake Up Call live, or you're getting on our team call live, or you're watching a YouTube video. Something extra, some kind of training. This is going to be a training call, video, something like that. Or the Janelle Summers call that I mentioned earlier tonight. So some kind of training you want to be doing every day if you can. Some days I just don't have the extra time to do it, but then I'll make sure on the weekends that I watch 2 videos or I watch 3 videos to make up for it. So, you know, I really stress how important this is. This document has just really, really changed my business as far as tracking and making sure that I'm doing the right things every day. If you are doing these things every day, I can promise you that you will be successful in this business and that you will be getting, you'll be building good challenge groups, you'll be building coaches, you'll be building a team, and if you're not doing what's on that list, you're not going to be doing any of those things. So that's why where we got it, you know, why we do that. So one other thing that I forgot to mention earlier is the Success Club promotions this month. Sorry, I'm going to go back to screen sharing. Oops. The Success Club promotion for July. Every month, Beachbody does some kind of Success Club promotion. Now, some months are a little bit trickier. Like, I think the month of June, you had to be like a top 100 Success Club point earner. So unfortunately, I don't think I was in the top 100. I still had a lot of points, but I don't think I was quite there. But other months, they'll do things like they're doing for the month of July, which is just anyone who qualifies for Success Club 5 or 10 gets to win a prize. So this is awesome. I've never seen them do this before, but they are letting you pick your prize. You can get one of these tote bags, which I think are pretty cute. I mean, I know I would use this to lug my binder, my laptop with me wherever I go if I need to do some Beachbody work, or even just take it to the beach. So that's the tote bag. This is going to be hard for me to choose because I love coffee cups, but this awesome, cute Team Beachbody Coach Cup, I'm guessing these are the 2 different designs, or unless this is the front and this is the back. But you can win that cup, and then there's this stainless steel like little water jug. I mean, I think they're all pretty awesome, but you get to pick. So all you need to do is hit Success Club 5 or 10. I'm not going to go into too much detail about how to do that. If you don't know how to reach Success Club, please talk to me, and I'll help you. I will teach you what you need to know about how to get there, or what it is. And I want you guys to earn one of those prizes. I think they're pretty cool, and it's only the first of the month, so you have plenty of time to get you there. So you know, you have until the end of the month at midnight to get Success Club, and it's really not hard to get there. It's actually pretty simple, and it just takes a little bit of hard work, but it's not too bad. So since most of you are watching this via YouTube, it doesn't allow you to do questions unless you're watching it live with the first link that I sent. And for some reason, I think there might have been some trouble with that because it looks like everyone's watching via YouTube, which, I don't know, maybe next time we do this I can try to figure out why that link didn't work. But I am going to post this link to this video up on our PS Coaches page, and I will open it up to any Q&A there. I'm going to be on my laptop for another 30 minutes, and before I go to bed, I am on vacation in Florida, but I don't mind doing some of this. I enjoy doing this. So if you have any questions about anything I talked about tonight, or just questions about anything that I didn't talk about tonight, you can either comment on our page or just shoot me a text or shoot me a message. I hope that this was helpful. Of course, this is the first time I've done a video call like this with you guys, and so I was hesitant. I didn't know what to really teach you or train. And so moving forward, if you have any topics that you want me to cover, or questions, whatever you want me to cover on these calls, I'm open to your ideas. If I don't, if you guys don't tell me what you want me to talk about, I'm just going to pick something that I think would be beneficial to you, and that's what we'll talk about each night. So yeah, if you have any ideas for next week's call or the following week, just let me know, and I will do my best to create a training document or give you my insight on some things. One quick thing that I just wanted to cover, I have been speaking with another coach on our team who had a great idea about hosting a challenge group. And I just want to tell you it's really important to do, like I said earlier, a free group every month and then a paid group every month. And I kind of already explained why, you know, of course, meeting new people, they could go in the free group or the paid, but the free group is mostly to meet new people. So I hope that you all will do a free group 5 to 7 days and do a paid group. And for the paid group, try to make it, you know, a requirement to purchase a Shakeology or purchase a challenge pack. And, you know, you might have some people who are just like, I don't have the money for it. Things like, you know, maybe I already have a program. If they already have a program, I definitely suggest order Shakeology or something like that where they can add it on to their program. But definitely try to do the free group every month and definitely try to do a paid group every month. The free group does not need to be it's totally up to you. But it looks like my internet is giving out. I just got a little pop-up. So hopefully I didn't cut out. But I'm going to go. It's been about 40 minutes, and I don't want to take up any more of your time. But thanks for hopping on. I really hope this was beneficial to you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.